Genesis 8:9. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her feet, and she returned to him to the ark. For the waters were on the face of the whole earth, and he put forth his hand and took her and brought her into him, into the ark. You know, the Lord's similar way to the way Noah was with the dove. He just got his arms out to pull us into the ark of safety, the cross. Okay, Hosea 5:11 through 15. Hosea 5:11 through 15. Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment. Okay. Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment because he has willingly walked after the commandment. He kind of walked away from the commandment. He's facing judgment because of the sins. You know, they were God's people, so God was going to bring judgment upon them to draw them back to Him. In today's time, we see corrupt people being very successful. That's because judgment is after. They'll answer for what they do for not following, walking in the ways of the Lord, not following after His commands. But as His children, if we're not walking in His path, He'll bring judgment, bring hard times, break us, oppress us, break us to where we come to Him because we choose the oppression. We choose the bondage of sin if we're not following Him. He's going to do what He has to have us walk in His ways, following His commandments. Verse 12. Therefore I will be unto Ephraim as a moth, and to the house of Judah as rottenness. Now moths eat clothing and fibers, and rottenness, it just rots from the inside, and usually leaves nothing on the inside. It just breaks. God has to change us from the inside, and then the outside will reveal their actions. But our hearts got to change. He was going to shake Ephraim and Judah. Ephraim's Israel, northern, Judah, southern, from the inside out. When Ephraim saw his sickness, Ephraim's sickness would be fatal. Ephraim would lose God and walk outside of God forever. Judah saw his wound. Judah's wound would heal. Judah would come back to God. We see stories in Ezra and Nehemiah of how they turned back to God. Then went Ephraim to Assyria, and sent the king Jeb. Yet could he not heal you, nor cure you of your wound. You know, they went to outside alliances. Well, the funny thing is, these alliances would be the ones that took them over and conquered them. Judah would fall. But then Judah's fallen. They have to rise up in the Lord, and a revival would start. Okay. Verse 14. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. Even I will tear and go away, and will take away. None shall rescue him. You know, it's obvious. The older lion's stronger than a young cub, causes more damage. More damage will be done to Ephraim. Ephraim would not come back. Damage would be done to Judah, but they draw towards the Lord. The Lord would end up showing mercy to them during their oppression. Verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face in their affliction. They will seek me early. This is Judah. Judah would seek God's face. We see in Daniel how the people chose and how few stood up for the way things the Lord wanted. If they would have stood up prior to captivity, they would probably avoided captivity. Ephraim, Israel, at no point in time stood up, but Judah, southern kingdom, would, and they took a stand for the Lord. And because of their stance, the Lord would show mercy. If we stand for the Lord, He'll show mercy on us. He wants us to be broken so we can count on Him as His children. He shouldn't have to break us once we've accepted Him. But sometimes we leave Him no choice.